Albo has performed one of the most tricky manoeuvres of all time, known as the ultimate political backflip, as he's called for a royal commission beyond all odds. He had pushed back on it. I mean, it's like performing with the highest degree of difficulty with the tuck pike off the tallest backboard, and he's just landed it perfectly because the politically correct establishment, opposition party, and the media all just jump into line as if that was normal, nothing to see here. He's been pushing against a royal commission ever since the event, and then all of a sudden backflip, whoopsie-doos, lands on his feet. Yeah, we'll do one, no worries, righto, let's go. I mean, if this doesn't shout corruption and legal fiddling and misuse of proper practices, I don't know what does. From the highest level, the leader of the country, Prime Minister, he's picked someone who, like, if you can say this person is independent or, you know, has no skin in the game, I don't think it's being honest, because this person has been seen at the front of the Palestinian lines across the harbour bridge, the protests. Her career has shown that she is very favourable to left-leaning causes and movements, and which would pin her right alongside the Labor and the Greens. So how on earth can she be picked as the commissioner for this Royal Commission? It's astonishing. And then today they've come out with these new laws, proposed laws, they haven't come through yet, about hate speech, and you cannot make this stuff up. It appears as though there's a complete loophole for hate preachers, that if you're preaching from a religious text, then these laws don't apply to you. I mean, what do you think these terrorists were undergoing before as they got radicalized? Do you not think that they reconciled it in their mind with their religious text? So the laws appear to be so broad and vague and could be applied to anything. Like, I'm walking along a street now and I'm speaking out and someone might hear me, and that could be brought in under these rules because they have no specific boundaries, fences around them, and it's too broad other than to capture the hate preachers. I just don't understand it, and it's beyond the pale, and it's ridiculous, it's laughable, and it just tells you where this Royal Commission is going. And so no wonder Albo did the massive backflip, because he's worked out that they're not going to have any culpability, they're not going to have any repercussions, and everything will be covered up and make it look like it's hate speech that everyone was doing. No, there was only 2 people from one ideology that went to Bondi and shot people. So we don't have any reason to think there was hate speech behind that. They had a religious ideology that rewarded them and incentivized them to do it. Now, if we don't grow up and mature as a society and say, hang on, that ideology is not compatible with Western civilization in our country, we must ban it, we must not let people with this ideology into our country, then none of these laws are going to stop it. I mean, forget the gun laws. I mean, they've shown around the world that if there's no guns, they'll use knives, they'll use cars, they'll use hammers. And so the government is being very naive, and in fact it seems like they are welcoming the extremists because this gives them laws to control the masses. And this is a very disturbing turn of events, so let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of Albo's massive backflip as I do a spin around. The backflip on the Royal Commission, because for weeks he was saying no, we have to act quickly and we have to make changes quickly. Well, so what are you doing now, Albo? You've totally flipped and now you're happy to do the Royal Commission. Is it because you've got your ducks lined in a row? You've got your commissioner appointed who you've got very close under your wing with the same ideology and beliefs. And how is that independent? I mean, we all go to court in this country and we want fair judicial process for whatever court matter that we are doing. But now we see an example by the leader of the country, the Prime Minister, the highest officer, the example. He gets up there lecturing people about social media and hate speech and all of this, whereas he's clearly not acting in an independent, professional manner in this legal process. He is not mentioning the ideology, the Islamic radical ideology that has committed this heinous act, and not just this heinous act, they've been doing it, you know, since 9/11, since before that, mostly in Muslim countries. But these, why can they not specifically name it and say it? Why are they going after everyone else? The farmers with the guns, anyone on the right side of politics, the Nazis, everyone else gets it, but the Islamic radicals, they're not even mentioned in these new laws apparently. 150 pages, they're not even mentioned. Yet the laws are coming in because of a radical Islamic terrorist attack. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the laws need to be on radical Islamic. We cannot have these. They need to be specifically for Islamic radical preachers. And they need to be for people who sympathize and support these groups, these ISIS-type groups. There's numerous of them, I take it. And they need to be shutting down training venues, trainers, recruiters. They're all there. The ASIO knows them. The laws are actually already in place. They didn't actually need these new laws. Lo and behold, it was just an opportunity for them to bring them in. It feels like that covers their tracks. They've done something. But the laws for hate speech and anti-terrorism have been there. They're just not applying them. Well, they're selectively applying them to some guy with a tattoo on a beach in far northern New South Wales who wouldn't have offended anyone because 100% of the other people would have been white there. And then there was that guy who attended a legal protest, and he was set packing, visa cancelled, and yet no one from this Islamic group has been deported, arrested, visa cancelled, raided, other than the guy who did the act, of course. But come on. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments. Cheers, guys.